How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwall here. Thank you for joining for another video today. And today we've got a look at F1 2023. And I just want to thank you, EA, for sending me a copy of the game. I am part of the EA Creator Network, as you all know. And thank you again for them sending me a copy of the game. All the thoughts and opinions are my own. They've not asked me to say anything specific about it, just put some content out. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to look at the F1 2023 game. Hoping to do this in a few minutes, to be quite honest, because there's not too much that changes game to game, and there's no point in going into a massive deep dive about everything in it, because a lot of it tends to stay the same, a little bit like we get with the football games, with the NFL games, you know, all that kind of stuff. They kind of have the same things over and over again, obviously team changes, livery changes, things like that. But I just wanted to go through some of the changes that are quite key to this version in F1 2023. So first of all, the obviously we've got Breaking Point 2, that's back. It's the narrative driven story mode. Play that, not going to spoil anything here, but it's pretty cool. I do quite like that we've got a bit of a story mode in here. They've also done a bit of tweaking to the F1 world and the hub, which is quite nice. They've also added the two new circuits. So we've got Vegas, which is all cool. I've had a few laps around that, and it's quite tough. There's a certain chicane which I'll try and live stream or get a video out about, and it's hard to see where you're going. But overall, it's a pretty decent track. I'm really enjoying it. You can really get your toe down on it. And the other one is Qatar. Now, I know it wasn't part of the F1 2022 season because of the World Cup, so we didn't visit that actually in the season, but I thought it was in 2021, but they're saying it's a new circuit. Correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong, but I thought it'd been in there since then, but maybe it wasn't in the game. I can't remember. There's been improved colour and lighting effects to do all that. They've also tweaked a couple of the circuits. So Barcelona now has the, rather than having the chicane at the end, it's got the sweeping corner. And changes to the Red Bull Ring, which I didn't know had changes to its layout, or there are other layouts you can use now. So need to have a look at that because I wasn't sure of that. And then they've also made improvements to how some of the detail around some of the circuits, and a bit more detail to Miami, which is notable for the grandstands. Obviously that was new for last season as well. They've also made improvements to the team and career, so there's a lot of things in there, and the stability around that. They've also made a EA RaceNet overhaul, so there's now a little app as well that goes along with it. I haven't tried it yet, but it's a place where you can go and get all multiplayer games and things like that, so check that out and have a look, and I'll probably do a video on that later on. And then there's also I think they brought it in towards the end of the 2022 game, but VR from launch. So you've got the Valve Index Oculus Quest 2 with the link cable, Oculus Rift S, HTC Vive, and HTC Vive Cosmos. Haven't got a VR headset, not yet anyway, so I hope everyone's having fun with that. I'd like to give it a go at some point, but that is in there from launch. The other biggest bit for me is the fact that the actual driving and handling has been massively improved. So I thought it personally hit its peak. It was at its best at 2021. Anybody could pick it up. Myself and Matt from Codec Moments managed to convince a lot of other people to go and pick up the game, because you could just use a controller, and we enjoyed that for doing some of the dailies that you get in this game now. And you could just turn it on. You don't have to set up your wheel and everything and play it on the controller. It lost a lot of that in 2022, and I'll be honest, I didn't play a lot of 2022 because the handling was really off. I don't know what was wrong with it. Well, there was plenty wrong with it, but it just took them, I don't know if they ever did fully get on top of it, or they just left it and then went to the latest one, but it was just horrendous to handle compared to how on the money and the sweet spot that 2021 was. Going to 2022 was very jarring. However, it's back to it this season. They've put a lot of time and effort into it. The first thing I did, boot it up, turn it on, use my controller on the PS5, and boom, we were off to the races. So it was really good. So you've got that back, but they've also added a lot more handling and physics to it. So obviously it's improved on both wheel and pad. There's a lot more physics between braking, accelerating, and cornering. They've actually made physics changes to the aerodynamics and the way tyre grip works, so it feels more realistic, and apparently the plank as well. So they've actually put some kind of physics into the game, So when you go over curbs, you actually get that realisticness from the plank, and whether you get the beaching and stuff like that. I'd have to give that a go. I've not actually managed to beach it yet. But overall, my time with the game, I'm loving it. It's lots of fun. It's great to be back. Plugged in my Logitech wheel on the PlayStation, and boom, it was on. It was working. Not really had to tweak anything. I might need to tweak the brakes because these cars are taking a lot to stop. But that might just be the way I've got it set it up. But out of the box, plug your wheel in, and you're off to the races, literally. And it's loads of fun. They've also got precision drive as well this year. So it's the blurb is that they race wheel to wheel with more control, precision, and finesse, enabled by controller tech rewrite that delivers the confidence for controller players in crucial race moments. Precision drive is incorporated into all controller play. So basically, you're a bit more precise when you're using a controller, and it's definitely noticeable, and it's really good to see that in there. And they've also added, I've seen red flags. So there's some fan favourites that they've added. So they've brought back red flags. Apparently they were taken out in 2022. I didn't really notice, but I don't think I had any races that had that. And obviously it gives you the chance to rethink your pitch strategy. And they've also added in a 35% race distance. So apparently that's the sweet spot. If a short race is too short and a long race probably a bit too long for you, the 35% allows a bit more to do with the strategy and things like that, because you will have to change your tyres, whereas in a short race you don't really have to. So overall, it's really good. I need to spend a bit more time with it here in the UK. As you know, the weather changes like the wind, but it has been stiflingly hot, so not the best time to get a game and sit in the rig and all that. But it's loads of fun. If there's anything in particular you want me to have a look at or do a video on, please let me know. Bang it in the comments below. I will show you how to turn off the Halo center column. I've got that in the works. Again, it's probably the same as it was last time, but we'll go through that and a few other tweaks. So let me know what you think if you've picked it up down below. If you're a little bit on the fence compared to 2022, but you want the game, 2023 is fine. It plays really great. Even the online crossplay, I've tried that, and it was relatively lag-free. I managed to play that with Stu, Fury AC3, who does a lot of reviews, if anybody knows him. The three of us managed to have a race and did it crossplay. He was on the Xbox, we're both on PlayStation 5, and it worked fine and lag free as well, so that's good fun. So yeah, if you're in doubt, pick it up. If not, just check out a few more videos and let me know. Bang a comment below and see what, I'm interested. Are you bothered or you're not? So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you all soon, and bye bye.